Hi everyone and welcome to your practice. My name is Alan. So today we will be doing a lot of hip openers. So this would be coming from the ground. Maybe we're seated, maybe we're standing. So feel the presence of your hips, the strength of your buttocks, your glute muscles, as well as your um, the thighs. So your quads, the tops of your thighs, and your hamstrings, the back of your thighs. So when you're ready, we shall begin with a yin pose. So have your heels together. And at this point, you might already feel that um, compression at the back of your thighs. So that would be your external thighs and against your hips. So if this is already feeling tight, then you may grab a block or a pillow and place it under your knees. That would be a good support for today. And when you're ready, let's first tune into your breath, inhaling to your nose, exhaling to your mouth. Inhale to your nose, exhale to your mouth. Last one here, and exhale. So from here, with your heels together, have your knees slightly lifted, or if the hips would allow, let it splay. Okay, so when you're ready, begin to lean forward as you land on your spider fingers, on your fingertips, your hands. And you might not see it from the view, but this is how it would look like, right? Okay, so when you're ready, begin to hinge forward from your lower back. So you will need to tilt your hips out. So tilting the hips out as if you're pushing your buttocks towards the back of the room. Yes. And when you're ready, you will feel falling. And this would allow your chest to follow. And the moment that you feel that your elbows are on the ground or maybe touching the ground, then go ahead, walk your hands a little bit further away from you. And if you ask me what is happening, this is the force of gravity. As we come closer to the ground, the force of gravity is stronger. And this would allow you to fall naturally forward. And some of you will have their soles facing upwards. Maybe your feet are really together. And we're going to stay here for another minute. Allow yourself to just stay. And yes, at this point, you can already feel that depth and the stretch coming from your inner thighs, maybe your quads, maybe your calf muscles are having those pressure as well. For every breath, try to lengthen your torso so that for every exhale, you may even lower yourself down. Again, if this is too much, then dial it up back a bit. Again, if you need to place your pillows or blocks under your knees or under your thighs, then do so. When you're ready, inhale, look forward. Begin to walk your hands towards the center. Okay. When you're ready, we shall begin with sweeping our feet under. And let's meet on your tabletop with your wrists under your shoulders, your knees under your hips. And when you're ready, this cat and cow, we will really emphasize on the hips. So on your inhale, you're gonna tuck your tailbone in as you round your back. So you're pushing or you're pulling your navel in. Then slowly exhale, tilting your hips out. So this is quite a different um, breath when it comes to emphasizing on the hips. As we go to our cat, we're gonna inhale. So we're trying to tuck our belly in as we tilt our hips inwards. And then exhale, dropping your belly, tilting your hips out. One last breath, inhale. And slowly exhale. Now, you see the four corners or the top corners of your mat. We'll begin by walking our hands all the way forward. So notice if your hands are quite slippery, then place a towel underneath it. And that would help you stop your sliding effect with your palms. When you're ready, begin to drop your elbows first, your forearms, followed by your chest, or maybe your chin or your forehead on the ground. This is called the puppy pose. We are trying to really get a deep sensation with the hips. One more breath here. Slowly look forward. We're gonna slide our chest forward as we lie on our belly on the floor. And tuck the toes under. When you're ready, placing your hands shoulder width apart, your elbows right under your shoulders. Begin to press yourself up to a sphinx, allowing yourself to really create that gentle back bend first. And this is to counter the deep stretch that we just did with your puppy pose. Now let's go deeper. Begin to walk your hands one hand at a time right under your shoulders as you press your chest higher off the ground to a cobra or bhujangasana. And at this point, there's a choice between contracting your hips or just letting it relax, allowing your hips to stay on the ground. Because when you're ready, we're gonna lift our hips off the ground. We're gonna sit down on our heels. So on your inhale, lifting your hips off the floor, and then maybe sliding your knees slightly apart, big toes together. We're gonna do our balasana, your child's pose. Staying here for a while with our elbows on the floor. If this is too much, then maybe lift your elbows off the mat. And just let your belly rest in between your thighs with your hips right above your heels. Slowly inhale, look forward. And then slowly exhale. You're going to push yourself up to your tabletop first. You're gonna go gentle at this point. You're gonna tuck your toes under. On your inhale, you're gonna lift your hips up, your knees up off the floor to your first downward facing dog. Pedaling your feet up and down. And when you're ready, we'll begin to gaze at your toes. Walk your hands slowly and gently from your fingertips towards your toes, down to your Uttanasana forward fold. Grab the opposite sides of your elbows and move your upper torso side to side. When you're ready, begin to land your hands gently on the mat as you roll your spine all the way up. And while it is short, you can really feel that sensation of a deep hip opener. I hope to see you again next time. Namaste.